course, it's just me to start, so I'm going to sit and wait. Clean up my mess here up at Craftwork Studios, downtown Johnstown, doing a little craft works. I've been working with some crafts. Look at this. I don't know if you can see all my mess. There we go. Made me a pair of glasses, guys. And yeah, it's Monday, but it ain't Monday at 9. I decided to go early because, like I said, last Monday, closing out this year without the convention, without the traditional how I do it on Monday nights. So instead of premiering a video, I would just go live. But I didn't care what time because I want to hit the road tonight a little earlier too. I got to drive back to another county yet. So here I am going live now. We'll go live, see how much discussion and chit chat we can do. And then we'll call it a night. And a Merry Christmas. So I'm just going to sit here and eat popcorn and wait for y'all and then clean up my mess too and see what y'all want to talk about. Hopefully fungal. You guys want to see my glasses too, I know it. We're going to wait for an audience. Shoot, I might put a little sign up that says stand by. While I clean up, how's that sound? Let's write up a little sign for y'all. There we go. All right, we're going to set this. How am I going to do this? I'll figure something out. It's just me anyway. Hey, how's that? That didn't even stay up. Come on. It's freaking backwards too. What the heck's going on with this bull crap? How about that? I can do that, right? There we go. Be right back. right, we are back. Flip this camera back around. Hey guys, hey guy, gal, whoever's here. The rules: you come in, you make the thumbs up match the attendance. I got one in. I need one thumb up. Let's go. I'm up here in Johnstown's Craftwork Studios. There we go. That's what I like to see. Hey, who is it? Leave a comment. I'm just going to be chatting with you guys tonight. We ain't doing a premiere through the rest of this year, so I'll be snacking on some popcorn. What do we got tonight? Spy. I can't read. I am blind. What's that say? I think it says spy. Well, it's just me. Fourth wall. Check out my glasses. Not these ones. These ones. These little glasses. Made these glasses for my beard, so I can create a new character for my channel. So I'll put the glasses on, and obviously it'll have to be upside down. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing up at Craftwork Studios, playing around with crafts. Everything from cutting with some fabric. I made a little prototype lab coat design. Let me see if I can flip this camera around again. Here we go. I was playing around with some ideas of what I want the lab coat to look like, playing around with the material and stuff. But this is what I spent most of my time on, making these little goofy looking eyeball, steampunk looking goggles to go with the lab coat of a mad scientist. So we've been playing around on the table here too. But this is Craftwork Studios. I'm up on the 3rd floor right now. And if you ever do make it out here to downtown Johnstown and stop in, make sure you leave some artwork on the wall. A lot of folks come in and put their little touch of creativity along the wall of the stairwell. So all kinds of stuff we can do in here. Make candles, work with jewelry, different kinds of projects up in here with the woodworking and such. I was messing around with the glue gun and bending metal and such. Some of the paints and stuff in here. So this is a nice place where I can get away and work on some of my creative projects. Let me come back at it. All right. So if you're new to my channel or haven't been on my channel, go back and watch some of the old videos. This is a growing, dynamic channel where I've explored different things, different topics, all kind of, I'd say for the most part, centered around fungi or mushrooms. So everything from foraging videos to growing mushroom tutorial, grow tent setups and such. But 2025's got some different things coming up too, including the character I just kind of gave a sneak peek. So, all right. So I got spy. I can't read good. What does this say? Looks like spy nappy. I can't read. I should have made some real glasses. Let me turn my brightness up. Here we go. All right. Napple? Spy Napple? Like Snapple? Sorry. All right. Give me some more caffeine. Kind of waiting for some of my regulars to drop in too to spark up some mushroom discussion. But if you have anything to say, Spy Napple, any questions regarding the channel, mushrooms, fungi at large, go peep some of my old videos out. I got a whole playlist about fungi facts, which kind of goes all over the place. So, of course, I'm eating popcorn at the moment. Spy Napple, whereabouts are you from? Are you from the great state of Pennsylvania? or somewhere else on this fine globe. I've got some local folks here out in PA that follow me, but I've got folks in India. I've got folks in other countries. England, Germany. All right, I'm just reading the comments here. I found your channel a while ago. First of all, when I'm live, am I supposed to read the comments back at you guys out loud? Or is that redundant since you're the ones that wrote it? It's not like you don't know or see what I'm reading, right? Should I just be replying as if you guys already know, or should I read this? Let me know in the comments. But until I get a comment telling me otherwise, I'm just going to read it. So I found your channel a while ago. You've got some really interesting topics, infectious attitude. Also, hope you get more recognition. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm from Australia, fam. Oh, man, that's awesome. International. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? Can I say this, since I've got an Australian fan watching right now, that one of the inspirations for my channel and kind of this whole Mr. Jeff project at large, with my passion and enthusiasm for fungi and nature, a lot of the inspiration came from like Steve Irwin, which I knew you probably already knew I was going to say that. His passion and enthusiasm for nature, specifically wildlife and reptiles and crocodiles, right? Specifically. But that's infectious. How can you not get pumped watching him? So definitely inspiring. But that's the little thing of Australia I'll share, as he inspired me. All right, still reading here. May as well read them. There's people who aren't going to be paying full attention, so it helps to keep them in the loop. Yes, sir. Sir, I imagine. Anyway, I can't see the thumbnail or your little profile pic is so tiny I can't even tell who it is. But I've gotten into foraging fungi recently this year. I like to begin growing some at home. Excellent. So hopefully this year I can create more videos for my channel too. That'll allow folks never done it before. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'd like to grow mushrooms, but I have no experience at this. I don't have a lab. I'd like to throw some videos together to help with folks like that. But I'd also like to nerd out on some of the more lab side of things and just have options, right? First of all, mycology, or growing mushrooms, cultivating mushrooms, even if it's for your own personal use, is a little bit of an investment. You can take that investment as far as you want. You can go into the thousands of dollars, but you don't have to. But wouldn't you like to know if it's something that you want to continue doing? You know, you dabble with it for a little bit, and maybe it is a commitment you want to stay on and keep working on. So you invest more time and money. But you don't want to necessarily dive, thousands of dollars right out the gate, right? Unless you do. But I like to give you guys some basics. And one thing that I notice is that if I'm learning something, I like to learn the principles. I like to get into how the systems of it work. And when you understand the underlying systems and the principles behind what you're doing, then, if a problem arises, you can adjust on the fly because you understand what has to happen. Also, you can then watch somebody's tutorial, a specific tutorial, and realize, oh, I could do that a little bit differently and get away with it here. I can cut this corner or that. So I try to incorporate that understanding. If I give you a deeper understanding of what you're working on, it gives you that understanding and freedom to veer off the track, so to say. You don't have to stick to the script. So I do look forward to having videos for y'all new growers, though. That'll be fun. All right. I think I'm caught up on my reading of the chats here. So, is this the same person in the chat? Are you still with us, Spy? Or is this somebody else? Because I know it can fluctuate. You could leave, somebody else could jump in. Each new person got to give the thumb up. Let me know who showed up for attendance tonight. We're just small talking about big mushrooms. All right. Got you. Still you. I think because I went super early tonight for my time here, I normally start at 9 at night. And being that I started at 6:30, I may have a lot of my regulars not expecting this and therefore not even available to go live with me. And that's fine. That's understandable because I kind of threw this together last second. But that's because once I clean up my mess in here, I'm hitting the road. And I just didn't want to be driving super late tonight. I've got about an hour's worth of driving ahead of me. So I figured I'd go live. And sometimes I go live while I'm driving. And while that's kind of neat, there's a mountain pass I go over. And as soon as I get up to the top of it, I lose signal. It's hit or miss. And then when I get down to the bottom of that other side of that little mountain, I hit a whole dead zone. And it's right there at a convenience store gas station. One of my sheets stops. So I'll park there and do what I need to do for me in the truck. So it's just ideal that I just do it now before I hit the road instead of complicating matters for everybody. It's probably really crappy to watch a person drive while they're live as it is. So I can be more engaging and read the chats when I'm sitting here. So I do appreciate you, Spy, jumping in tonight, being a follower of my channel. Much appreciated in Australia. I do think it'll be pretty neat if I can get some things together for this channel where it's, okay, we got a Monday night Fungi Facts series, right? I play a video every Monday night that's teaching you something, edutainment. But I'd also like to have other consistent things on the channel, maybe twice a month or maybe every week on a different night of the week, where there's other forms of engaging with the Mr. Jeff channel besides just Fungi Facts. I know those aren't for everybody. I'd like to do more Q&A type things where people can come knowing that the live is, not last second, but planned out ahead of time, where they know, for example, second Tuesday of the month, Jeff's going live just to do questions and answers about growing mushrooms, something like that. And with these glasses, imagine upside down here. We're going to do a little fake demonstration. I'm going to set the camera. Okay. Now I got to spin move this upside down. Still with me? Here we go. So it'll be something like this. Hey, here we go. But I have to be the one laying down so the glasses will actually stay on my face. But this will be like some kind of character with that lab coat I showed you guys. There we go. Back to normal. I want to have that guy as a character though, a recurring character on my channel. Hey, we got another person here. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and say hello. Oh, another person too. Hit the thumb up button. I like that number to match who's in attendance. It not only helps us get to new people on my channel, but help reach some of the other people who are already subscribed too. We're just trying to get this out here. This is a last second sporadic live. I normally do them at 9 at night here in Pennsylvania, but I went early tonight because I'm going to be hitting the road. But I made me these goofy looking, and this is more prototype than anything. They look really crusty, but I made me some goofy looking glasses. But not for my face, of course. Made them for my little chin beard here. So I can do a little character for my channel. One of the fun things coming up in 2025 is a little He's like a mad scientist, and this will be his hair. So if you're on my channel, you'll be the first ones to be a part of something new here. Obviously, I didn't invent the chin beard character. People have been doing that for years. But this will be a mad scientist guy with a lab coat and kind of like a steampunk goggles looking thing. And he'll help me teach you guys about mycology in a fun way. Hopefully giving me some banter and creating some little antics. Stirring up trouble, I suppose. So sorry, let me get back in the comments. I know you have to leave soon, Spy. The first video of yours I watched was the spores versus gills explanation. Awesome. I actually think that's one of my better videos. Better in the sense that it's got content that's kind of like nobody else is giving that kind of content out. And I like to give content, create some of this novel fungal content that, there's some research papers that are tucked away that nobody knows about. And I want people to know that there's this rare mushroom that does this or that. Or how come mushrooms behave in this fashion. The stuff we're learning about mycology, whether it's anatomy, fungal ecology, mushroom chemistry, all these kinds of things, there's a lot of new ideas coming out every year. So if I can explore that and do it in a fun science journalism way, that's what we're going to do here. All right, what do we got here? I found it fascinating, and your passion was super obvious. Now that you mention Steve Irwin, I can definitely see that for you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we need a Steve Irwin of mushrooms. Somebody, I'm not going to be saying crikey, right? He's got, Steve Irwin has his own catchphrases, but you can definitely go back and watch hundreds of clips of me where I'm like, guys, come here, check this out. I feel like I'm a broken record saying, check this out. Because when you're on the woods, you see it's either summertime and everything's green, or it's not summertime and everything's just drab grays and browns, except for that weird mushroom that just sprouted out of nowhere, seemingly, that's bright purple and slimy. Or maybe it's orange and streaks of yellow with reticulation on it. These mushrooms come in so many shapes and sizes and morphologies that how can you not be fascinated and get passionate about it? So I can't hide it. It's fun. Anyway, you got a question. Here we go. We got a question here. What's your background? How long have you been into mycology? So interestingly enough, I'm going to do some chronicle videos starting in January 2025, where the folks who are jumping into my channel, who don't know me personally, can kind of get a glimpse past the character and understand where I came from and why I'm about what I'm about. Because this is like post-COVID, we'll say. It was COVID that definitely got me in the woods, learning my land, learning the fungi. But my background is varied. And I think that's going to benefit my channel here with y'all, because I can give you different avenues and how it ties in with mushrooms and such. Because I've done a lot of things in my life. Everything from hazmat technician to a line cook. From being a lay minister to working in healthcare. So I think that's going to afford me an interesting way of expressing my passion and interest in fungi in a unique way no one else can do. And no one else is supposed to do it. You do you, let me do me. And I think I do me better than you do me. And you do you way better than I could do you any day. So we do ourselves, be yourself, they say. Well, I'm going to be myself in the craziest way I can for y'all. Have fun with this and see if we can grow a small a small fan base that can eventually multiply and myceliate and grow this channel. So everybody that jumps on to a live like you did tonight or watches my videos, goes back and watches a playlist or whatever, that's supporting something that I already believe and see as bigger than it is now. I can already see it being beyond where it is. You guys don't know what I do see this thing turning into, but this is the fun part of this whole thing. We reveal things along the way, little by little, like me showing you off my little glasses. I've had this in my mind, the idea of doing this character for months now. But there's, sometimes you just got to wait for the moments to pull the trigger. My brain seems to race with ideas all the time. And if I just started attacking all of them, I'd be all over the place. Sometimes I have to put them on the back burner of my mind, let it simmer, and see if it's something that I want to work with later. So that's kind of how a lot of my video ideas come from, is I chew on things for a while, and then I say, you know what, let's make a video about this. Especially topics that I deep dive in. I may have been deep diving in that topic for weeks, exploring something. And as I'm studying it, reading research papers, it takes me down further rabbit trails where I need to understand, okay, this compound found in this mushroom does this to humans because of this cycle that goes on in our system. Well, now I need to explore the human anatomy and some of our own biochemical processes so I can better understand how it interacts with us. So I might work on these ideas for videos over the course of weeks. And then after I feel comfortable enough where I can, if I felt comfortable enough to sit down with somebody and have a chat with them about what I learned, or somebody put me on the spot and say, hey, what do you know about this? If I felt comfortable enough to have that sit down chat with somebody just out in the open, that's when I hit record on my camera. And I'll take my camera and be like, hey guys, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, PA, and we're talking about this. I literally just have to make those videos the day they get uploaded. I put weeks of time, hours and hours of time in, dozens of hours on a topic. And then I just say, okay, it's Monday, time to make the video. So I'll make the video and I'll start recording. Very little editing, if any. As you'll see on my videos, a lot of times the camera's bouncing around and I'm just chatting, talking, and writing on the side of my truck. And after recording a bit, if I like what I did, great. Otherwise, I might have to edit, make some new recordings. But I very rarely start over unless the footage just was horrible or something. Because I want to actually just be more impromptu in my speeches and in my chats. So you guys know this is what I feel. As much as I'm thinking, I'm also feeling this because I'm not even having time to script it. I'm not reading off of a teleprompter or something. So you're getting feelings as well as thinkings. My thoughts and feelings are coming out at the same time. That to me makes this more personal. I feel like my channel is a personal channel. There's a reason I called it Mr. Jeff and not Mr. Jeff Mushroom Man or Mr. Jeff's Mushrooms, because it's me. It's primarily you're getting me, and that means that future videos, while I may be exploring the topic du jour, how to grow shiitake mushrooms, or how to identify boletes, whatever the video topic is, watching my video that it's more, there's layers to it. It's not just what it says on the surface. You're also going to get my feelings about things. Because I might get a little passionate about my thoughts on the environment or how we are nature. I share that in many of my videos. So I don't know who else is doing it like that. I don't want to be strict teaching only. I got to give a little coaching and inspiration in there and motivation too. So folks can take the knowledge and not just be like, okay, I learned more today. Great. No, hopefully you learn something and now you can springboard that into action. Take what you learn and modify your life accordingly. Your behaviors, your interactions with other people and relationships, whatever it may be, knowledge is power. So if I'm giving you fungal knowledge, take that as power to then do something with it. Maybe you change your diet because you understand mushrooms are good for you to eat. So you say, okay, I have this knowledge now that if I consume mushrooms on a regular basis, it has immunomodulatory properties. It can help my immune system. Whether my immune system's too active, it can help dial it back so I'm not having autoimmune responses. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe I'm dealing with seasonal allergies and I need my body to stop overreacting in that area. Mushrooms have been shown to work in things like that. So, shoot, I'm just rambling on, guys. That's what we do on these lives. But that's my point. My point is my channel is me. You get the passion of a guy who feels this as much as he thinks it. I'm not just a robot. I'm not AI. I'm not just going to spout the facts, although I love spouting the facts. But I want you guys to come out of it changed. Take the knowledge and convert it to wisdom, applied knowledge that can, the future of mycology, fungi, all this kind of stuff. I see us doing things with building materials. A lot of these compounds in the mushrooms, I probably spoke on this many times, but I've been studying this. A fruiting body of a mushroom, like birch polypore, consists of things like chitin, these polysaccharide compounds, like your beta-glucans, manoproteins, which is a protein mannose complex. So you got your sugar and a protein. What all this means is these are like structures. These are this is how the cells get their shape, their cell walls. And the cell walls are constructed in certain ways. That's why you got a body to begin with. Without these compounds, you have no mushroom body. But these compounds have physical properties about them that give them the ability. There's a reason a mushroom can bust through concrete. There's certain proteins that can withstand certain pressures, that can be flexible when needed, can be rigid when needed, that can retain water in spaces within it. So all these qualities about it carry physical characteristics that, with some creativity, I think we as humans can get away from our love affair of plastics, our love affair of maybe concrete. Some of these things that we have as just regular building materials. And they've been building materials the whole time I've been on this planet. I think we're going to see a shift in building materials to natural building materials, biopolymers, to replace petroleum-based plastics, for example. We need to have a bridge that gaps the gap between the old ways where humans interacted with nature, combine that with the understanding of the science and technology we've discovered up to this point, and not use that for just capitalistic profit, but use that for advancement of us as humans and as a planet in accordance with our natural ways. That's some ideal technology, a technology that's efficient with nature. Maximize efficiency with the sun, with the trees, with the water. We have these natural energy sources and cycles and processes out in nature where so many things could be done for us. Instead, we skip nature and go out and do our own thing. We figured out less efficient processes to get the same job done instead of letting nature do a process that literally turns it into 0 steps, because we don't have to do anything. Nature's doing it for us, turning it from 0 or a minimum of 1 or 2 steps to something that takes 6, 7 steps, with career fields, industries completely devoted to one of these steps along the way. And yet having multiple steps just to get an end result. Example, clean water. How many steps do we have to go through as an advanced civilization to get clean water? If you look at like a water filtration plant and its systems of how it cleans water out, there's multiple levels to that, and the engineering and the scientists that go into doing all that. And you have to keep paperwork on all that kind of stuff too. So there's bureaucracies and stuff to get clean water, which, by the way, nature does automatically. Nature's been making clean water forever. Since it's been making water, it's been making it clean. Isn't it funny that the reason we have to clean water is because we dirtied the thing? But that's what I'm talking about. Humans are super inefficient because we left the natural efficiencies to create inefficient new systems. Why? I'm sure profit's a big factor. Power's a factor. So, hey, man, that was a rabbit trail of rabbit trails for you guys. I don't even know if Spy's still with me. He said, have a good Christmas. Thank you. You're probably chilling on a beach somewhere because it's summertime in Australia. And it's freezing up here in Pennsylvania. Keen to see this community grow into 2025. Man, I appreciate you jumping on the live tonight. Thank you. Thank you for that comment. I see the comment there, with an attitude like your success is assumed. I mean, I know it sounds cocky, but I kind of am walking into this 2025 already assuming that these things are about to happen. I still got to do the stuff, but it's almost like there's a blueprint in my mind. Time to just execute now. So, hey, we're 40 minutes into this, I think. I might cut this early. It was good to have my Australian follower and fungal friend here, Spy Napple. Appreciate you jumping on tonight. And I'll do another live next Monday, but we're almost to 2025. So until then, we're just kind of floating by, getting through the end of this season here, or the end of this December, and then hitting 2025 with some new projects. Appreciate everybody for tuning into my channel, being a part of this community that's growing. And until next time, peace. Don't forget, think happy thoughts.